Hello, everybody. I'm Michel Janssen, Chief Research Officer for Everest Group. And today I'm here with Bhanushee, a Senior Analyst in our Sourcing and Vendor Management Program.
Thanks for having me here, Michael.
So Bhanushee, you and I and Amy and David did a webinar recently where we were talking about portfolio strategies and outsourcing. And we talked a lot about portfolio consolidations and other aspects of what companies have been doing over the last year. You guys did a study on this recently as well. You had a very specific client study or client case study that you spoke about. Why don't you give us a little bit of a hint of what that story was all about?
Sure. So as a part of our study, we did a lot of interviews as well. And this was coming out from one of the interviews that we did. So this client, particularly in the logistics sector, which we're not going to name, this client had established, a whole set of guiding principles to guide their IT portfolio strategy decisions. Now, the key aspects to note in this particular slide, I know that we have a lot of points here, and this client was particularly focused on risk mitigation. So a lot of points are focused around that. But some key points to note over here is that they planned a lot of things to manage risk in a particular way. So they were looking at, nearshoring to mitigate offshoring risks. The second thing that they did was plan scope redundancy. So they had, say, 3 service providers in one particular service area so that there's no risk of any supplier coming up with radical contract terms and then them getting stuck in a position. And they also planned a lot of cost structure flexibility. So having a good mix of commodity players, having a good mix of thought leaders as well in that mix. So planning across all of these areas really gave this client an edge in terms of guiding their portfolio strategy decisions.
Yeah, with the events of the past year, risk was certainly front and center, and in some cases it became a boardroom level conversation. How many of your clients are doing something like this right now?
Oh, so even if you look at the survey that we did last year, Michael, we have 76% of the organizations we surveyed who were making portfolio strategy changes. And this is across consolidation, distribution, adding new service providers, and all of these areas. So a lot of things that are changing in the current portfolio structures.
Okay, fantastic. And so lots of more detail in the webinar itself. I'd encourage you to click the link and you can see the full webinar on demand, or if there's a specific conversation point you want to have with Bhanushee or Amy or David, feel free to reach out to us. And Bhanushee, I appreciate your time today.
Thanks, Michael. Great to be here.